Spikers Turf, and this will be your schedule for today. The PLDT Home Fiber Power Hitters going up against the debuting San Sebastian Golden Stags UST, taking on Arellano, and the NCBA Wildcats facing off against the EAC Generals. Pool C, D, and A action will be available here today in our first matchup. An interesting one as we have the veteran squad, the runner-up in our last edition of the Open Conference, going up against the new kids on the block, the Golden Stags. My name is Carlo Pamintuan alongside Neil Flores. And Neil, we're expecting great things from PLDT, but they also have to pay some respect. Kahit na mga bagito, itong Golden Stag, surely they have prepared well for this tournament.
Well, the PLDT Home Power Hitters may have missed the finals in our reinforced conference, but they are back for redemption. They will be opening their season against the newest team in our Spikers Turf in the form of the San Sebastian Recoletos.
Of course, PLDT Home are eager to bounce back after falling short in our reinforced conference. Ito po ang ating tournament system. We have 10 club teams, we have 14 school-based teams, and we will see one of each in our first game. Importante dyan to start off well because this is a very short preliminary round. No? Two teams will make it from the 4 groups into our quarterfinals.
Yes, both of the top 2 teams in the brackets will get a twice to beat advantage as they march in the quarterfinals, and they will be crossing over with another bracket as shown on your screens. The winners will go to the semis, and whoever pulls out that victory will go to our final round, and the losers will go to the battle for bronze.
In a little bit, we will check out the different pools that we have, and it's very interesting, Neil, because we made sure na balance yung ating torneo. The club teams are there, the school teams are there, para naman they get the feeling of what it's like to go up against, more cohesive teams against teams with loaded lineups filled with veterans.
Looking at Pool A, Adamson is currently leading with 2 wins already. They're partnered with Signal, EAC, IAM, NCBA, and the VNS Volleyball Club. And in Pool B, we have Ateneo, CEU, Easy Trip, Eco Oil, DLSU, Lyceum, and the Philippine Air Force.
Moving forward to Pool C, of course, the favorites there will be the PLDT Home Fiber Power Hitters. And in Pool D, marami ring magagaling na koponan, including the Santa Elena Ballhammers and, of course, the ever-hungry PGJC Navy Sea Lions. At yan ang ating magiging pools in the 2019 Open Conference. Let's now check out the lineups of both squads, starting out with the PLDT Home Power Hitters. At nagdagdag pa ng additional weapons itong napakalakas ng koponan, because you will see there the name of Kim Harold Dayandante, who was a part of the national team pool in our reinforced conference.
And aside from Kim Dayandante, Coach Oji also acquired the services of the star in Lloyd Yosafat, who is currently playing for the UE Red Warriors.
Tignan natin kung paano mabuo agad yung chemistry with those 2 new players. As we said, it's still loaded with outstanding stars itong lineup ng PLDT Home. Sa kabilang banda naman, San Sebastian, a bunch of youngsters. As we talked to them earlier, this is actually the first time that they're competing in the Spikers Turf.
Well, for our first-timers, they will be leaning on their team captain, Timothy Eusebio, as well as their veteran libero in Jazz Andrade to man the backcourt for the Stags.
And we're very excited to present to you the first game for today, PLDT Home versus San Sebastian. And we will start the action when we come back.
Presenting our national officials for this match. First referee, Mr. Nestor Matematico, and second referee, Mr. Fernando Velarde. Let's now meet the starting six for the PLDT Home Fiber Power Hitters. Let's start off with the team captain, jersey number 10, John Vic de Guzman. At number 5, Kim Harold Diandante. Number 7, JV Sumagaysay. At number 8, Mark Hill Alfafara. Number 9, Paolo Publico. And number 11, Joshua Omandal. With liberos, number 12, Renzi Melgar. And number 18, Gilbert Longavella. And head coach, Mr. Oji Mamon. Let's now meet the starters for the San Sebastian College Golden Stags. Let's start off with jersey number 3, Julius James Lana. Number 4, Reynald David Honra. At number 9, John Mark Lim. Number 14, Aldre Mori Ferrer. Number 15, Dominic Ramirez. And number 16, Robbie Pamitan. With liberos, number 2, Jerome Andrade, and number 20, Marvin John Bihag. And head coach, Mr. Norvi Labuga. This is match number 7 of the preliminaries for Pool C. Good luck to both teams.
The veteran squad, of course, led by their outstanding coach, Oji Mamon. And this will be your starting unit. An interesting addition, as we said, Diandante getting the start in this matchup in his first ever stint for the PLDT Home Fiber Power Hitters, joining John Vic de Guzman and Alfafara. Sa kabilang banda with head coach Norvi Labuga, a bunch of youngsters. Sino ba yung kailangan nating tutukan dito sa lineup ng San Sebastian, Neil?
Well, personally, we saw Jerome Andrade, who served as the libero for the Philippine Navy in our reinforced confidence. He's one of the more veteran players for the side of San Sebastian.
Just about ready to see action inside the Paco Arena. We play here Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Sa ating po mga volleyball fans who are near the area, pwede nyo po kaming samahan for our triple headers. Isang ticket, tatlong laro. Outstanding athletes, outstanding volleyball action as well. As we have a short delay before we start off this matchup. Ang ating unang serve belongs to San Sebastian. And they get an ace. You can't start any better than that, Neil.
And Aldre Ferrer is one of the rookies of Coach Norvi for the San Sebastian Golden Stags. He gets his first point here in Spiker's Turf.
Pangkumpiyansa para dito sa San Sebastian, but immediately that's taken back by John Vic de Guzman.
And you also have to note that there are a lot of national team players on the side of PLDT. This is not going to be an easy match for our newcomers.
Nakita natin kanina when both teams shook hands. Lalaki nung ngiti ng mga San Sebastian. You know, because I'm sure, you know, in their younger years, they grew up watching some of the players nitong PLDT when they were still playing in college. So I'm sure it's a pleasure for them to be able to share the floor.
And most definitely, and if you are against your idols, siguradong bibigyan mo sila ng magandang laban din.
Yun nga, you have to respect them, but you cannot fear them. Yan yung hindi pwedeng gawin ng San Sebastian in this matchup. They need to believe that they can hang around. But Alfafara quickly scoring his first point of the matchup.
You can see a lot of attackers jumping on the side of PLDT. Combination play, then suddenly Kim Diandante went to Mark Alfafara. What a pickup for Coach Oji Mamon, Kim Diandante.
That hit is out for Pamitan. That's 4 straight points now for PLDT Home Fiber. Look at this. Walang nakahawak doon, hindi umabot yung block ni Sumagaysay as Diandante continues to serve. Diandante kanino pupunta? Alfafara once again. 2 points now for Alfafara.
Looks like the Stags are having a hard time reading the sets of Kim Diandante at this point of the game.
So many options for Kim Diandante. Pero kailangan din nating banggitin na yung magsasakripisyo dito was the main setter of PLDT Home Fiber in our reinforced conference. They also had a good one in Ronchet Lee Villegas. will now be part of their second unit.
Well, of course, not taking anything away from Ronchet Villegas, but I think Coach Oji Mamon is just looking for more height.
Oh, that triple block. John Vic de Guzman, Mark Alfafara, Sumagaysay. Paano mo hahanapan ng opening yan?
Well, sabi ko nga, last coverage when I saw these school-based teams play, when you're up against stronger and taller club teams, you just have to play smart.
Let's see if they can halt the action. That time around, single coverage as Mark Alfafara slams the door. Shot 7-0 run for the PLDT home fiber power hitters as we have a timeout from Coach Norby Labuga. Let's listen in.
Kung kaya mo bumabol ka.
Okay, check ko na lang yung ano.
Oh, check lang, check. Receive muna, receive muna.
Isa-isa lang ulo. Kaya yan.
First ball ulit tayo.
First block. Eh, Sebastian! Big!
Tawag dito.
So you prepared well for this particular matchup, of course, for this stint in the Spikers turf. But there is no, kind of practice that will prepare you for actually matching up against a team as good as PLDT home.
It's all about the in-game analysis of these players as well. Sabi nga, it was directed to their middle blocker in Lana. Hindi ka pwedeng talon ng talon. You have to read the sets first before you make a decision kung saan ka pupunta.
Kim Dayandante preparing to serve here. And he overcooks the mark, comes up long with that serve to halt that 7-0 run for the power hitters. Dom Ramirez serving now for San Sebastian. Dayandante sets it up, combination play. Good effort there coming from the libero. Honra gets it through the blockers and in.
No fear from Honra going through the middle of Alfafara into Magaysay. And that's what you like for Coach Norby, na in terms of pressure, wala yun sa San Sebastian because they're newbies in this conference. They have yet to gain their experience, but you have to play all heart.
At yung depensa nila, kailangan nilang pagtuunan ng pansin as John Vic de Guzman has been finding the gaps in their defense. Another combination play, another point for John Vic, who already has a couple of attacks in this matchup. First technical timeout of the first set. 8-3 is the score in favor of PLDT home fiber. Checking out the next 3 games of the PLDT home fiber power hitters. They take on the Army Troopers on August 29, Perpetual Altus on September 12, and the Amaraos of FEU on September 24. Coach Oji Mamon once again wanting, another title, another championship for PLDT home, because if you are this good, yan talaga yung target mo eh. It's always the championship that are at your sights.
And personally, when I looked at all of the pools that we have, I think this pool is one of the strongest and most balanced pools. We have the Philippine Army. We have one of the strongest teams of the NCAA in the Perpetual Health System Delta. Then you also have an intact lineup for the Hachiran FEU Ramen Masters.
Yeah. But in terms of talent, you have to accept that itong power hitters are favored to come out of that group.
Despite losing 2 of their players in Cian Silang and Peter Kiel, dahil bumalik na sila sa FEU, malakas din yung pinalit ni Coach Oji.
For some of our collegiate players, we're seeing action for different club teams in our reinforced conference. Umuwi na sa kanilang mga kanya-kanyang pamamahay. Of course, even the Signal HD Spikers lost a couple of players that were involved in winning them their last championship. Signal HD, alam ko, nasa South Korea ngayon.
Yes,
enjoying the fruits of their labor.
But I think they're also training.
In South Korea?
In South Korea, they have a couple of tune-up games. I've seen their stories going to the gym. Siyempre, kahit na medyo bakasyon, seryoso pa rin yun si Coach Dexter in grabbing another title for Signal HD.
Overreaching here, whistled against San Sebastian. As PLDT home currently doubling up on their score, 10-5. So Magaysay serving now. For first ball there. At yun na nga, hindi na makukumpleto, hindi na pagpapatuloy ng San Sebastian. Losing out on that point.
San Sebastian looks to be really tight right now. Walang masyado nag-uusap.
Regalo, and they convert on it. Honra has been a good source of points for San Sebastian. Can they come up with these kinds of hits consistently? Yan ang tanong para sa kanila. Another loaded weapon for PLDT home. Another outstanding player in Pau Publico.
He used to be the star player for the Adamson University Soaring Falcons, but right now he's also serving as their assistant coach here in Spiker Surf.
So pag nagkatapatan yan at some point, player ka or assistant coach ka. Of course, he's not alone in doing that. Maliit lang naman yung yung community ng men's volleyball. So players would end up as assistant coaches in other teams as well. (13-6). 7-point advantage for the power hitters. Publico serves again. Tough first ball there, but they do something about it. Hindi na napulot itong si John Vic de Guzman.
Robbie Pamitan from the back row getting his first point for the Stags.
David Honra serving. Dayandante kanino pupunta? Publico again. But this time he overhits it.
He was kind of underneath that ball. But that's still a 5-point lead for our home power hitters.
But Neil, this is a much better performance compared to the start. No, they were a little lost sa pag-uumpisa ng ating laro, talking about the Stags.
That's correct. Honra already having 4 points under his belt, but one of the blockers touched the net, so that will be a point for PLDT.
That was their setter, Dre Ferrer, who touched the net. Yun din kasi mahirap, no? When you have a setter na kulang sa height as compared to the other setters that we have, tatargetin talaga siya ng mga ng mga attackers ng kabilang koponan.
And alam na alam ni Kim Dayandantian in maximizing the shorter blockers of their opponents. But they made up for that. That was a quick hit from Mark Lim. Perfect connection with Ferrer.
Another point here for San Sebastian. They're fighting back here in the first set. Only down by 4, 14-10. Kaso binalik lang ng San Sebastian yung punto as they come up with a service error. You know, what's important, Neil, right now is for San Sebastian to develop some kind of confidence, some kind of, flow heading into the tail end of this first set.
It doesn't matter kung mamatayan ka ng malakas na bola or na-block kayo, but if you're going to give these easy points to PLDT, lalo kang mababaon.
Alfafara did not hit it clean, but somehow that ball bounced in and in their favor. Second technical timeout of the first set, 16-10 in favor of the power hitters. We'll take a quick break.
Diba? Sayang. Kontra, wag masyadong malayo. Yung nakatayo ka doon nasa may line. Diba? Pasok ng konti. Pag nag-size, yung sa likod, nakalinya kayo tatlo. Depensa, tapos block.
Oy, tawag dito, yung score, dikit lang natin ha.
Service, pasok natin service.
Kung kaya yung manalo, sige, hindi panalo natin. Basta ang importante, dumikit lang yung score.
Relax lang. Relax lang.
SSC.
Wait muna.
These are the next 3 games for the San Sebastian Golden Stags. They take on Perpetual, the Army Troopers, and Hachiran FEU Tamarals on September 3, 17, and 26. You're taking a look at Coach Norvi Labuga, ang kanilang head coach. They're down by 6, but they showed some signs of life after that first technical timeout kung saan sila nalamangan nitong PLDT home fiber. Lana with a quick there, pero nabantayan ni Sumagaysay.
JV Sumagaysay is really a force to be reckoned with in terms of net defense. Statistically speaking, he was the best blocker in that previous UAAP season.
Nabantayan kasi alam na alam niya kung saan mismo pupunta. Another block here. Combination of Dayandante and Sumagaysay.
And that's the advantage of Kim Dayandante as a setter. He's a better blocking player compared to Ronchet Villegas.
Mandal with a good serve there. Double contact.
Oh, I think that was a lifting violation.
Yan ang problema. Pag hindi maganda yung first ball, you put your setter in a very difficult situation. Service error for Umandal, and that will give a point back to the Golden Stags, 19-11. Still an 8-point lead, though, for the power hitters.
You know, PLDT is just cruising through this first set.
Dre Ferrer serving for the Golden Stags. Dayandante with a quick set. Ito namang si Sumagaysay is the one denied this time around.
Julius Lana on that perfectly timed block.
Naisahan siya kanina eh. So binalik niya kay Sumagaysay. Block for a block. Pero ito yung hindi pwedeng gawin ng Golden Stags. Another service error from their side.
They were able to trim down the lead by 4 points kanina, but ngayon it's back at 8 because of those unforced errors.
And you can hear their coaches kanina, pati yung players, no? Lapit lang natin. Huwag lang kayong pumayag na maiwanan tayo ng tuluyan as this rally will continue. Alfafara. That one did not go over. Golden Stags hanging in there. Another service error from San Sebastian.
Dami na nilang tinatapon at this point. Sayang eh, kasi nakaka-convert naman sila kahit papano sa atake.
At least 4 service errors from their side.
A couple of net infractions.
Yep. Sabihin mong 50% na lang nun. Yung puntos na mapupunta sa'yo, this could have been a much closer ball game.
But currently, Honra is proving to be their main weapon. And he can really jump high.
And now nagpapakita na sila ng combination attacks. Good blocking coming from Lana. Another solid block coming from the Golden Stags. Combination play, pinatay ni John Vic de Guzman.
Well, when you have an explosive middle blocker in JV Sumagaysay, makakasungkit talaga yan ng isang blocker, which will leave John Vic open for those combination plays from the middle. And that will create serious problems for the defense of San Sebastian.
Bukas na bukas yung depensa. No more blockers available there. That quick hit will not work out. Dayandante, kanino pupunta? Publico. And we have a net violation kontra sa San Sebastian. 23-14 is the count now, and a 9-point advantage for PLDT home as we have a timeout from the Golden Stags.
Pag chance ball, tingnan nyo, iikot yun eh. Tatlo yung spiker, di ba?
Wala si John.
Oo. Pag chance ball, iikot yan. Papalo yan sa gitna. Tingnan nyo. Honda, tingnan mo spiker, Honda. Oo. Ha?
Ito, winger. Nagulat ako, kala ko sa is John B.
Hindi, tatlo yan. Ha?
Gawin mo muna yung...
Habol tayo.
Spiker bilang may lagi.
2 points away from wrapping up this first set. PLDT home fiber flexing their muscles just a little bit against San Sebastian, the newcomers of your 2019 Open Conference for Spikers Turf. That hit is out. And we are at set point for PLDT home. JV Sumagaysay continues to serve here. Chance to finish off this first set. Pero may violation, double contact. Ang natawag kontra sa power hitters.
Joshua Omandal is back in his natural position, which is a middle blocker for Coach Oji Mamon.
At yan ang kaya niyang gawin. He is deadly in that area. As Omandal finishes off this first set, the Golden Stags taking a 10-point beat down 25 to 15. They showed glimpses, you know, of a fight in this first set. But the errors masyadong marami para sa kanilang koponan.
And they really worked hard for that 15 points. Kung nabawasan lang sana nila yung errors from the service line, it could have been a much closer set.
We'll take a quick break. When we come back, the second set of this matchup between PLDT home fiber and San Sebastian. Second set coming up between PLDT home fiber and San Sebastian. Carlo Pamintuan with Neil Flores. You can see the relaxed power hitters. Know that they have this matchup under complete control after taking home the first set 25 to 15. And you can see that ISO, or those 11 errors coming from San Sebastian.
Almost half of the points of PLDT galing sa errors ng San Sebastian. Not bad in the attacking department, 7 to 10.
Pero nakita natin yung bentahe sa blocking itong PLDT home because of their sheer size. Napakalaki nitong kupunan na to if you compare them with San Sebastian. Let's see if the Golden Stags will be able to use the lessons that they learned in that first set to come up with a better performance here in the second.
Coach Oji Mamon will shuffle up his players. Ronchet Villegas will be doing the setting chores, and Richard Solis will start.
So Magaysay nasa gitna pa rin. Alfafara will also remain in their unit. Villegas with the serve. Miscommunication there between Longavela and Pablico. Nagtinginan kung sino yung pupulot sa bola. Exactly how we started the first set. The first point belonging to the Golden Stags. Paano gagante? Itong PLDT home fiber. Villegas, hinanap si Solis. Ball kept alive by Sumagaysay, but
Great coverage from Sumagaysay, but that will be a double contact violation on Alfafara.
you can feel the Golden Stags slowly building confidence. Back-to-back points to open the set. Ganda ng hulog mula kay Alfafara.
Easy point for Mark Alfafara. Siyempre, alam naman natin kung gaano kalakas to pumalo. So, the defenders of San Sebastian most likely medyo aatras ng konti.
May kumagat din kasi dun sa combination. So that area opened up. And that is a service ace. Mark Alfafara, owner of one of the strongest serves in the entire competitions. Already outstanding numbers. As Pablico kinuha yung regalo, getting the lead for PLDT home fiber.
Just like that, wala na yung kalamangan ng San Sebastian.
Isang isap mata lamang yung kinailangan ng PLDT home fiber power hitters to take advantage. That ball is out kontra kay Alfafara, service error. Poor first ball there coming from Alfafara. Over reception leading to a point for San Sebastian.
That's another point for David Honra.
Combination play. Works out for Solis.
Well, if height advantage ang meron si Kim Dante in terms of chemistry of the players, mas lamang naman si Ronchet Villegas dahil matagal na rin siya naglalaro under the wings of Coach Oji Mamon in PLDT.
And that definitely showing there. Meanwhile, a good attack here coming from San Sebastian. These young kids are fighting back strong here in the second set.
Way better than the first frame.
Look at that connection. Underhanded set. Pablico is denied. Pamitan and Lim combining to score that point for San Sebastian.
And because of that misreception, it was easier for the blockers of San Sebastian to take note na si Pablico na talaga yung papalo that time.
However, a service error, ito yung mga kailangan nilang iwasan. They need to learn that painful lesson that they encountered in the first set. 11 errors, many of them, maybe half of them, from the service area in the first set. Richard Solis serving now. Good defense coming from the PLDT home. Soft touch will not work out.
Jao Mandal off that power tip. I was actually surprised kasi akala ko sa UST siya maglalaro. But sabi ni Coach Oji Mamon, he needs Jao here sa PLDT. He will let the young players or the rookies play it out for the Golden Tigers later on.
Good hit there coming from Pamitan. Longavela could not defend it. 7-6 in favor of the Golden Stags.
Good ball distribution so far from the setter. Aldrey Ferrer getting all of his attackers involved.
Oh, that's it. Longavela misjudged the serve. Thought he was sailing out, but it bounced in. 8-6. First technical timeout. And the Golden Stags have a 2-point advantage.
Hindi kayo nag-i-establish sa tabi ng antena. Kaya bumubuka eh. Akin yun, Bert. Akin yun, Bert. Tumalo ng to. Bago yung second technical time.
Impressive start here in the second set for San Sebastian as they build a 2-point lead against PLDT Home Fiber. So yung balasa ng tao ni Coach Oji Mamo not yet working as well as he wants it to.
If San Sebastian manages to remove those errors from the service line, they can eventually grab the second frame to tie things up.
From the side of PLDT Home, Neil, you know, it's tough to scout a team like San Sebastian kasi nga first time pa lang nila competing in Spiker's turf. Does it make it more difficult para malaman kung sino yung mga kailangan mong bantayan talaga?
Well, potentially, but looking at the lineup of PLDT, sobrang veterano na lahat ng mga to. Kahit sinong iharap mo sa kanila, kahit na magulat sila, sabihin natin in the first set, they can make those necessary adjustments and end up winning that game.
Publico with a good response there, pulling one back. They're still down by one. And that cut shot works out. Alfafara did not send it up. 9-7, back to a 2-point advantage for the Golden Stacks.
And that's another point for Honra.
That hit is out for Umandal. The attack looked good, but too much angle on that spike mula kay Umandal.
Kahit 3 points ang kalamangan ng San Sebastian, medyo natatawa-tawa pa rin to si Coach Oji Mamon because he's confident na kayang-kaya nilang makahabol.
Neil, 8 attacks already for this guy, Honra. However, he comes up with a service error. 2 service errors in the second set for San Sebastian. Their attacking has been impressive, and now it's Ramirez who gets a point.
And they've been going to very basic plays itong San Sebastian, but execution-wise, maganda kaya pumupuntos pa rin. Na sometimes, hindi mo kailangan ng combination play to score. Just a simple one, but properly executed, pwede na rin yun.
Alfafara with another tip. Hindi niya na dinadaan sa lakas, no? Inuutakan niya yung depensa ng Golden Stacks. And that is where experience comes in, Neil.
Sometimes when the set is too tight, alam naman ng mga players that they don't need to force the issue.
Another point for the power hitters as it was not a great reception coming from San Sebastian.
The reception has been very erratic since the start of our ball game.
Good soft touch coming from Lana. You know, when they take care of the first ball, yung atake nila, maganda yung porsyento.
Great adjustment also. I think that was a low set for Lana, but he still managed to score a point. Pero tama ka dun, Carlo. They have to give receptions ng medyo mataas para may oras yung setter mag-isip.
However, they're stung by another service error. The error starting to pile up once again for the Golden Stacks. Another service error for Alfafara. Yun yung nagiging problema ni Mark, no? His power definitely there, pero yung porsyento ng mga pumapasok sa hindi, yun yung kailangan niyang pagtuunan ng pansin.
Yes, he really needs to develop that consistency, especially paparating na yung SEA Games natin. But JV Sumagaysay, loving that play.
Nang mamama na si JV Sumagaysay. Parang teka, ba't nyo kami nilalamangan? Yun yung gusto niyang sabihin sa Golden Stacks as he wants to re-establish control for the power hitters.
Now we are tied at 13 all.
Golden Stacks hoping that it hit one of the blockers, pero mukhang tape lang talaga ng net yung tinamaan. Meanwhile, they get another nice counter courtesy of Lana.
Back-to-back soft touches for Lana, but so far it has been effective for San Sebastian.
That was a giant hole in the middle of the defense for the power hitters. Lead is back with San Sebastian. Combination play is good for Solis.
Again, Joshua Obandal dragging the two blockers to give space for Richard Solis from the middle.
(14-14) is the count. As Pamitan gets it off the blockers. It's like we're watching a different team, actually, Neil, the Golden Stags. However, they remind you that they are still the same team after committing another service error.
Pupuriin mo pa lang, but they commit that service
Nandun
error.
na tayo eh.
What you don't like to see for PLDT is yung sasabay sila sa pace ng San Sebastian.
And there he goes, Umandal, scoring off another block and making sure that the PLDT home fiber power hitters will be heading into the second technical timeout of the second set, up by 1, 16-15.
Ondra, bilis palo sa taas, Ondra. Ha?
Adjust lang tayo, adjust lang.
Isa lang. Tapusin natin, taas lang natin yung bola para makadiskarte yung setter. Ha?
Tsaka coverage yun. Sige.
Mel, ano mga player? May dalawa. 14 tsaka 14-16.
Go.
16 kunin mo yung 16.
Agaw tayo ha. Sige, laban pa. SSC! Uy, dun.
Power hitters starting to hum pagkatapos silang malamangan ng San Sebastian Golden Stags. They have re-established control up by 1 now. They're gunning for a 2-0 lead in this matchup.
Double substitution for Coach Norby. Velasquez will come in and Clarence de Guzman will see his first action here in Spiker's Turf.
Carlo Pamintuan and Neil Flores on the call. Thank you for joining us. This is the presentation of Spiker's Turf 2019 Open Conference exclusively on One Sports. Pablico serving now for the White Shirts. That hit did not go over. No double contact. 2 touches kontra dito sa San Sebastian, as it's now a 2-point lead for PLDT.
And para dun sa mga kakastart lang manood sa atin dito sa Spiker's Turf, this is a game from Pool C. San Sebastian College, PLDT home power hitters, the Philippine Coast Guard, the Philippine Army, Hatchiran FEU, and the University of Perpetual Health System Dalta.
Rotation error kontra sa San Sebastian, and immediately they call a timeout. 3 straight points. Hindi nila naitawid yung bola, Neil, and now the young team is down by 4, 19-15.
Nakakawalan sa likod ka.
Ang dami na nakatuloy. 16 lang yan, isa lang yan.
Dong, taas mo lang yung bola, Dong. Tapos kinaset mo, pinipilit mo pa, layo na.
Agaw ba?
Pag walang taas mo na lang yung bola sa labas.
Tara.
This is now the biggest lead ng PLDT home fiber here in the second set at 4 points. Ang tanong, kaya pa bang bumangon nitong Golden Stags? Can they get back into this set? After that big run, a 4-0 run so far, make it 5-0 of that service ace.
And just like that, grabe ang change ng momentum for the side of PLDT. When they started to commit those unforced errors, talking about San Sebastian, doon na nagsimula na magbigay sila ng puntos ng sunod-sunod sa PLDT. But
Basa ni Honra
stops the bleeding for the Golden Stags.
But mo naman po puwersahin to go through the blockers, Umandal and Alfafara, when you can go over them. Lifting violation ba? Yep.
Yes.
Yan ang tatawag kontra kay Umandal. So 2 points back for the Golden Stags. Still down by 3 though, 20-17. Umandal has been impressive here in the second set. Maganda yung kombinasyon nila nitong si Villegas.
And the versatility of this player, he can play sa wings, he can play sa middle.
JV Sumagaysay balik sa harap. And that is the result. The defense, at least at the net, has been rock solid for the power hitters.
Double substitution did not work for Coach Norby. Kaya ibabalik niya si Ferrer and Pamitan.
His team is down by 5, 22-17. With Jao Umandal serving.
Oh,
Hindi na nabantayan doon. Walang blockers for that quick attack.
great setup from Aldre Ferrer. Walang sumabay. Nagkatinginan na lang si Alfafara and Sumagaysay.
Ano nangyari? Protecting a 4-point lead now. Villegas, combination play. Alfafara with a hammer.
Bawi naman agad.
Tapos ngayon ka titingin sa coach pag nabawi mo na, di ba? Kaninang mali, wag muna.
Napailing na nga lang din si Coach Oji kanina.
Villegas with a nice serve. As that block goes out. Alam mo itong si Villegas does not have a very strong serve, pero mautak siya. Alam niya mismo kung saan nilalagay.
Sometimes, kahit hindi malakas, but you know the zones to target, mas advantage pa yun kaysa sa hard serve lang.
Villegas goes to Alfafara. And they get a point. Talking about the Golden Stags.
Back-to-back points for Dom Ramirez. One off the attack and one from the block.
Only 3 points down. Really good serve coming from Ferrer. Alfafara puts it away.
Block once but not twice, says Alfafara.
And now we are at set point for PLDT home. Ito mo yung flexibility dito si Villegas. Already on the floor but still manages to set up Alfafara nicely. Kadong malakas nga lang yung kanyang service for an error. 24-21, a 3-point lead for PLDT home fiber. For the set, it's money. And because of that, it's now 2-0 in favor of the veteran squad, PLDT home fiber power hitters. Nagbalasa ng tao. We saw a new setter in Villegas after Dayan Dante powered their offense in the first set, but still a similar result. 25-15, 25-21, and a 2-0 advantage for the power hitters. We'll take a break. We come back, a third set of this matchup. third set coming up between PLDT Home Fiber Power Hitters and the San Sebastian Golden Stags. We saw a better fight mula dito sa batang koponan ng San Sebastian, but it still was not enough to overcome PLDT. Nabawasan nila yung kanilang errors, but look at those attack numbers. Tabla na. Ganon kaganda yung naging atake nitong Golden Stags in the second set, Neil.
Yes, they matched the attack points and even the block points of PLDT, but again, they have to minimize the errors from the service line. We cannot stress that enough.
Yung naging difference doon were actually the 3 errors and one more service ace for the veteran squad, and now they want to have a quick ending into this matchup. Looking to finish off the Golden Stags here in the third set. Carlo Pomintuan and Neil Flores on the call for One Sports. This is your Spikers Turf 2019 Open Conference.
More players to see action on the side of PLDT. Ronjay Galang, Lloyd Yosafat, and Kino Franco will start the third set.
Ganun kalalim no? Kahit na ikatlong set, fresh players, malalakas pa rin talaga yung pinapalaro itong si Coach Oji Mamon. But for the third straight set, ang unang punto, Golden Stags pa rin.
In the past 2 sets, it was the same scenario. Pero pagpadalo ng set, nawawala yung init ng Stags eh.
Doon na lumalabas yung experience talaga itong power hitters.
Ronjay Galang. It's nice to see him play again. Before nagka Paulo Publico, there was Ronjay Galang for Adamson University.
Dayan Dante will serve there. Sa ilalim na yata ng bola yung tama doon as they commit an attacking error. 2-1 in favor of PLDT.
And he was targeting the hands of the blocker. Yun nga lang, masyadong malakas. Kim Dayandan is back to orchestrate the offense of the power hitters.
Mama sa antena yung kanyang serve for a service error. 2-all is the score. Neil, how can you fast track, yung chemistry with a new setter in Dayandante?
Well, makukuha naman yun sa training, but since marami na rin naman siya naging teammates, especially in the national team in Rebesco, hindi na magiging ganun ka laking adjustment for the side of Kim.
Golden Stags getting a point off the blockers of PLDT as they take a 3-2 advantage. Golden Stags, when they were preparing for this tournament, tapos paglabas ng schedule, nakita nila, wow, PLDT Home Fiber Power Hitters to open our campaign. Mukhang maganda-gandang welcome yung makakasalubong nila. But they're showing us that, they belong in this tournament.
And for the newcomers, they really want na makabracket nila yung mga club teams because this is the only chance that they get to learn and gain experience for their collegiate conferences. Imagine, aside from PLDT, they're partnered up with Perpetual, one of their competing teams also in the NCAA. Then we have the Philippine Army.
Navy rin.
I think the Pool D ata ang Philippine Navy.
Tama.
But FEU, the Hatcheran FEU Tamaraos.
And as you said, that FEU team is intact. Kaya naman, they should be a force to be reckoned with. In terms of our collegiate teams, sino yung mga pinaka-inaabangan mo talaga?
Well, personally, I think ang standout talaga would be Santa Elena and FEU on the side of the UAAP. For the NCAA, we have Perpetual Help System Delta. Pero nagbabalik na ang Lasal and Ateneo.
Yeah.
And we will have an Ateneo-Lasal matchup here in our Spikers Turf Open Conference this coming September.
Garantisado because they are group mates. We check out that nice attack mula dito sa PLDT Home Fiber. 5-5 is the count now.
Now, Lloyd Yosafat will march back in. He's currently one of the standouts for the UE Red Warriors.
Ganda ng bantay, but it is out. John Vic de Guzman hoping that it would somehow fall in. Ang ating linesman disagreeing with him.
That was Honra again, currently the leading scorer for San Sebastian.
We'll have to check, but it might be for this entire matchup. Silang dalawa ni Alfafara talaga yung nagsasagutan sa puntusan. As PLDT Home Fiber ties it up again at 6 apiece. John Vic de Guzman with the serve. From the back row, that hit is long. Uy, pero may net, pero may touch.
Yes, a check ball will be
check
called.
ball.
Again, San Sebastian grabs a 1-point lead early on. 12 attacks already for Honra. Not too shabby for a newcomer.
Outstanding numbers already. Pero ayaw magpalamang ng tuluyan itong PLDT Home Fiber. Richard Solis serving for PLDT Home. Lim with a quick.
Every time San Sebastian gets a good first ball, nadadalian talaga tong si Aldre Ferrer to set up his middle blockers.
And like what happened in the second set, it will be the Golden Stags heading into the first technical timeout, enjoying the advantage. They're up only by a single point against PLDT Home Fiber.
Ryan.
Gawin ko sa akin. Ginagawa ko. Sablang, usap.
Benz, kung ako quicker, magtatampo ko sa'yo. Ha? Para lang kami nagpa-plyo, circuit dyan sa loob eh.
Ano nga ba pinilabigay?
Ang pasa. Sibol yung service.
Pasa mo, lagi lang ganyan. Pasa, let's go, hey! Very good! Pre, ibaba natin yan, huwag mo natin paalay.
Coach Oji Mamon with a set of reminders to his players right now. Yung mga bagay-bagay na hindi niya ikinatutuwa, but still pretty much chill. This is Coach Oji Mamon here in the third set. And why not? His team is up by 2 sets to nothing against the young team of the Golden Stags.
He just wants to see better passing from the libero dahil nga mas gusto niyang makita yung middle blockers na mabigyan ng quick. But that was a light timeout.
Light pa rin eh, no?
Light pa rin.
From Coach Oji Mamon. And he was saying na hindi naman ganun kalalakas yung serve nitong Golden Stag. So why aren't their first balls better? Again, another bad first ball. And it results to another point for the Golden Stags. Nine to 7 now. With Lim serving.
Oh.
Sent mula kay Dayan Dante. Josephat with the kill.
Diyan mo makikita kahit nawala si Peter Kiel, Lloyd Josephat will tower over the defenders of the opponent.
Back set. Sent up. Dayan Dante. Kanino pupunta? Good blocking there coming from the Stags. Another opportunity for PLDT Home, and they get a point courtesy of John Vic de Guzman.
John Vic de Guzman off that top spin. Not the strongest of hits, but San Sebastian was not ready for that.
Kita mo yung pagka-steady nitong si Dayan Dante, no? After that exchange, andun lang siya.
And he's really calm. Alam niya kung kanino siya pupunta.
Good pickup there from PLDT. John Vic with the soft touch, but it's kept alive. Chance ball naman for power hitters. Combination play, slowed down by the blockers.
Overreaching violation. They got too excited. Nandito pa sa side. It was clear. Nasa side pa ng San Sebastian yung bola.
Sila na nagpapasorry na sa coaching staff niya. Hindi niya alam sa kanila napunta yung point. As they're up by 1 here, 10-9. Second ball, 1 to play.
That was a great save from Andrade, but one of the blockers touched the net.
Sayang naman. But Neil, what we're seeing now is fewer service errors mula sa Golden Stags.
If they keep that up, mas magiging malapit yung score natin.
Nakita natin yung mga numero in the second set as De Guzman sends a rocket towards the side of the Golden Stags.
There were no blockers. Masyado nang late si Lana.
Nawang na ng isa ang PLDT home. Pero niregalo nila kay Lana and he has been a steady presence dun sa gitna para sa San Sebastian.
Couple of quality points from Lana. But they need more of that to help Honra produce the much needed points.
Ball kept alive. Opportunity here for PLDT home. Nandyan ang blockers ng San Sebastian. Honra did not get it across.
And these are the quality touches na mapoprovide nila na hindi man niya ma-solid block, mahawakan lang niya at mapabagal niya yung bola. It will be easier for Aldre Ferrer to set up his quick plays.
Service error. Honda sa PLDT home. Galang committing that one as we're back to a tie, 12 apiece.
Angelo Abulencia will serve for Coach Norvi.
Good serve. Dante sets up a quick though for Franco.
Too low but great adjustment on the side of Kino Franco. Grabe no, pag nasa likod na si Kino Franco, Lloyd Yosafat naman yung papasok sa harapan.
So walang nawawala.
Always a solid front line for Coach Oji Mamon. Net infraction called on Richard Solis.
Couple of substitutions for the Golden Stags. Velasquez, Eusebio papasok sa laro. But if you remember, Neil, that did not work out earlier for them.
But now is the chance na makabawi. If you're a player, pag pinasok ka ulit, you have to prove to your coach that you can provide for him.
Not the prettiest of sets. Pero hindi rin maganda yung opensa nitong Golden Stags. Dante to John Vic de Guzman. Slowed down by the block. This ball is still alive. John Vic denied completely there.
Lim was all over that play. He makes up for that miscommunication. Sinet sa kanya yung bola but he wasn't ready in that sequence.
Oh, service error. Not a great time to start committing those kinds of mistakes once again.
Ronchet Villegas is back in and Papa P.
Piolo? Hindi, si
Pecaña.
Pecaña. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Pecaña had a stint as actually a libero in the last conference, correct?
Yes, in that reinforced conference, he was a libero. But ngayon, he's back in his natural position.
Yung mga ganyang klaseng decisions, how do coaches come up with that? Paano nila napipili to convert certain players into liberos, Neil?
Well, as an open hitter, that's one of the combination na skills na kailangan mo. You need to be a good passing and okay rin na digger. Kaya naman it was easier for Papa P to be converted to a libero.
Second technical timeout of the third set. 2-point advantage for PLDT home fiber, 16-14 against the Golden Stags. We'll take a quick break.
ibibigay sa'yo ng center, hindi eh. Quicker pag nasarap kayo, talon na lang kayo.
Tulong-tulong kayo sa score.
Bilis, bilis sa taas, bilis.
Dalawa lang yan, Timo, dalawa.
DJ, diskarte.
Good crowd, good Sunday crowd inside the Paco Arena here in Manila. The first of 3 games that we have for you. Carlo Pamintuan and Neil Flores on the call. Samahan niyo po kami dito Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays for your 2019 Open Conference of Spikers Turf. Ronchet Lee Villegas. Kakapasok pa lamang for PLDT home. He was also their setter in the second set. Eusebio Pumalo sent up.
Great digs from Longavela and Andrade.
Chance ball for PLDT home. Good defense on the floor for the Golden Stags. Honra continues to pour in the points for San Sebastian.
Sharp cross-court angle for Honra, and it works. They're just down by 1 point.
Alam mo, Neil, moving forward, whatever happens to this matchup, napakalaking bagay nito para sa kumpiyansa ni Honra.
Of course, and alam na ni Aldre Ferrer kung kanino siya pupunta in the next coming games.
Well, to be able to score double digits in just 3 sets kontra sa PLDT home fiber, that speaks volumes of Honra's talent.
And okay na din na malakas agad yung kalaban ng San Sebastian para heading into the next games in their pool, they can adjust yung mga loopholes sa kanila.
17-16, binawi na ng PLDT home fiber ang lamang as they're up by 1. That ball hits the antenna. Kaya naman tatabla tayo ulit, 17 apiece.
Ito na yung pinakadikit na set so far. At medyo nabawasan na rin ng San Sebastian yung service errors nila. But Yosafat with another play from the Be Quick.
But Coach Norvi Labuga should be happy with the fact that from the first set to the second to the third, there were distinct improvements from his squad.
At hindi sila yung parang team na nabugbog ng PLDT.
Yeah.
They put up a really good fight.
And yung maganda dito, you know that PLDT is on paper the strongest team in your group. So ngayon, kontra dun sa iba pa mong kalaban, may kumpiyansa ka ng konti knowing that maybe, they would also end up losing to PLDT. So may pag-asa ka to actually make it into the top 2, into the quarterfinals.
They need to get at least 3 to 4 wins para makapasok dyan sa top 2 natin. Papa P, welcome back as a spiker. And he's really one of the strongest players that I've seen from the University of Santo Tomas program.
Na-miss din siguro niya yung Pumalo. Now, back to his original position. Grabbing the lead for PLDT, serving. Pamitan, too much angle on that one. And because of that, Coach Normi Labuga will request a timeout. His team down by just 20-18 against the power hitters.
Walang receive. Receive muna. Taas nyo na lang yung receive, pa? Para makadiskarte setter.
Dalawa lang. Sayang yan.
Tapos block natin, check na lang block natin, ha? Just kunin mo, just pag-isip mo, kunin mo. Ikaw na mag-receive, ha?
SSC!
Sensing that this could be their best opportunity to score a set against PLDT home fiber, itong San Sebastian led by Coach Norvi Labuga is not quitting just yet. Makaisa man lang sila, just win this one. The rest will take care of itself. Set mula kay Pecaña. The running hit. Well defended by San Sebastian. Ramirez is denied.
Too low for Ramirez.
Neil, at this point, is it just a matter of PLDT having the experience in closing out sets? Ganun na lang ba yung diferensya?
Most definitely, napakalaking factor na dahil ang dami na nilang situations that they were down ng mas malaki pang margin but they were able to come back. For San Sebastian, they need to get one good pass. At yun nga yung in-emphasize ni Coach Norby off that timeout.
Good play there as Pamitan pulls one back for the Golden Stags. They're down by 3, 22-19. Franco off that quick, outstanding combination between him and Ronchet Lee Villegas to extend their lead to 4, 23-19.
That was the chemistry na pinapag-usapan natin kanina.
Pinabayaan itong San Sebastian, thought that ball was bouncing out. And that will lead us into match point with Galang serving again after scoring the ace. And there you have it, net. Binuhay pa. Golden Stag still fighting back, and that hit is out in favor of the Golden Stags. I thought it was another service ace. Ang ganda nung serve nitong si Galang, but great effort coming from the libero nitong Golden Stags. And that hit is in. Ito namang PLDT home ang nag-relax, allowing that to bounce in. San Sebastian only down by 3 now, Neil.
For PLDT, hindi mo pwedeng mag-relax ng todo. But as I say that, San Sebastian throws away that service.
Natakam itong si Lana, thought that he could do that one more time, score another service ace. Ends up costing them, as a service error will give the PLDT home fiber power hitters their 25th point of the third set. Nalimitahan na nila, talking about the Golden Stags, yung kanilang errors here in the third, but still not enough to be able to pull one back. 25-15, 25-21, 25-21, a clean sweep for PLDT home fiber. Will meet our best player of the ball game when we come back. Attacks, 2 blocks and an ace. Our best player of the ball game is Mark Alfafara, leading the PLDT home fiber power hitters to a clean sweep 3-0 against the San Sebastian Golden Stags. And Mark, kumusta yung naging preparation nyo for this 2019 Open Conference?
Ano naman, kumbaga ba, nag-start kami ng maaga. So ngayon, mas inano lang ni Coach sa amin na mag-gel agad kami since may dalawang bago sa amin. So yun lang inano ni Coach sa amin, mag-gel agad kami. So yun po.
Kim Dayandante, a big addition into your squad. Setter, siya pa yung nagsimula ng laro kanina. Kumusta naman yung unang experience playing alongside him? After also playing with him, of course, dun sa ating huling conference when you were with the Philippine national team.
Okay naman, wala naman kaming masyadong adjustment sa kanya since kasama na rin namin siya sa national team nga. Then, doon sa mga kasama namin, okay naman din yung pakikisama niya. So, hindi rin siya nahirapan na makihalubilo din sa team.
Mark, mga babatiin, mga iimbitahan for your upcoming games here in Spikers Turf.
Binabati ko unang-una yung mga pamilya ko na nasa Jensan, kapatid ko na nasa Dubai and sa San Diego, sa girlfriend ko na kung saan ka man ngayon, hello, and sa family niya. Tapos inaanyayahan ko po kayo ulit na manood po ng Spikers Turf dito po sa sa Paco Arena every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, 1, 3, and 5 p.m. And maraming salamat po sa PLDT Home Management po. Yan lang po.
Congratulations, Mark Alfafara, our best player of the ball game. Sending it back now to Neil Flores for our match highlights.
A dominant debut for the PLDT home power hitters as they sweep the newcomers in the San Sebastian Recoletos Golden Stags. PLDT is really serious in reclaiming the Spikers turf crown as they outlasted the Golden Stags in straight sets. From the get-go, we saw a lot of powerful combination plays from Kim Dayandante and Ronchet Villegas as they orchestrated the perfect offense for the power hitters.
Golden Stags were a little bit expected to start the matchup kasi nga, this is the first time they'll be playing in Spikers Turf. They're going up against a powerhouse team. But what we saw positively from their side was they improved. You can see there are 27 errors, but most of those were committed actually in the first two sets here.
That's correct. But PLDT clearly outplayed the Stags in almost all departments. 37 attacks, 7 blocks, pero pantay lang sila sa aces. But it was really the errors of the San Sebastian Recoletos na nagbigay ng straight set victory din dito sa PLDT.
Certainly enough to build on for San Sebastian as they continue their campaign here in your 2019 Open Conference. Yan na po muna from your first game. Up next, the UST Golden Spikers and the Arellano Chiefs. For Neil Flores, I'm Carlo Pamintuan signing out. But stick around for more of your 2019 Open Conference of Spikers Turf.